calm and stoic, and they got to do all these sort of fireworks and theatrics. So to play one of those parts, to be kind of baroque and twisted and interesting in that way, does appeal to me.
好，最后一个问题，我不能再让你问了，好吗？因为你问了很多。I have something last to say last. 但是不要再问问题，我想给你一个机会，好吗
？Okay. According to your schedule, we've known. I can easily imagine how busy and how tired you are these days. So here I am at last. I just want to express my strong feelings to you and. Take care of yourself, be happy, and wish you a bright future. And I love you most ardently. Always have, always well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me talk to you.
谢谢你，希望你男朋友别吃醋啊。啊？哦，没有男朋友，那就更糟糕了。你们都很关心他的那个事业上的发展，没有人关心个人生活问题吗？来，你不会问题，你来问。
Hello, Peter. I'm William. We all know that you appeared in Mariah Carey's music video, and you were also in the chorus.
We were all together, right?
Okay. And you were also in the chorus at your college town. So we hope one day you could have your own songs as popular as Paul Michael Scofield. And you are our idol, and I want to know who's your favorite actor and which singer do you appreciate most? Thank you.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. I have to say that I have a lot of favorite actors. Depends on what kind of movie you're talking about. But when I saw Dangerous Liaisons with John Malkovich and Glenn Close and Michelle Pfeiffer, it was a great period piece set in the French court. I think it came out sometime in the 80s. The character that John Malkovich plays is despicable. Oh. He's up to no good, and you have every reason to hate him. And at the same time, there's something like we were talking about before, something sympathetic about him. And that's what I call a shades of gray character. Not black, not white, but somewhere in between. And I think that's reflective of who we are as people. These are the characters that we can relate to because we all strive to be our best self and inevitably fall a bit short of our own expectations. So it makes those characters that much more poignant.
Well, 谢谢你的问题. Thank you for your question. Well, it seems to me that all of your fans are very interested in your career. But I want to ask on their behalf, do you have someone special in your life right now?
I've made it a rule not to talk about dating. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think it's important for an actor to maintain a little bit of mystery.
他已经够神秘的了吧 Well, they think you're mysterious enough that, then they'll just keep guessing. But I think it's also good because, as you said, an actor or an actress has to maintain a certain degree of, just kind of secretive or mysterious, so that
if you want to believe them in different parts,
yes,
especially
exactly,
now that I'm moving on from Michael Scofield and want to be accepted as something else, it is important.
Otherwise, what we see is Wentworth Miller, not Michael Scofield, or the next role you're going to play. So, what's the project you're working on right now? I wish I could give you more solid details, but I don't want to jinx it. I will say that it's a horror movie, kind of a psychological thriller. Like The Shining, yeah, exactly. Okay. And I think I would be potentially playing the bad guy. So we'll see. Okay. How about comedy?
I'd love to do romantic comedy. I'd love to do comedy, period.
Yeah.
I feel as though there's something very frightening about comedy. It's hard. Humor is hard. Making people laugh is difficult. And I know that as an actor, if something scares you, you should move toward it, because there's something there for you to learn. So I'd like to try my hand at comedy, definitely.
Try to shoot a movie in China sometime.
I'd love to. I'm waiting for the right invitation.
Well, not necessarily a Chinese movie, but a movie that's going to be shot in China. I mean, like
That'd be amazing. I'm a huge fan of the Kill Bill movies. and I know that a significant portion of them were shot in China,
Really?
if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. Okay, so come back soon.
Absolutely.
Still
If you'll
young.
have me. If you'll have me.
And learn some Chinese.
I'll
More.
work on it.
More.
I've got a lot to work on.
Yeah. So life is really interesting. Like a couple of years ago, you never thought that someday I'm going to have so many friends here in China. I'll be in this country for so many times.
I know.
Yeah.
If you told me, I would have thought you were joking. I wouldn't have believed it was true.
Do you think you might have some Chinese in your blood as well?
I hope so. You can never tell. You can never tell.
我觉得真的有可能，我觉得他血液里可能会有中国人的血液呢，也许，也许，缘分有时候是很难讲的。
I feel something in me responds very much to Chinese culture. In fact, inspired by my first trip here last October, I'm working on a little house that I have in Los Angeles, and I have a nice front porch, and suddenly I felt like I had to go out and buy a couple of poo dogs for my front porch. And it was something that I first saw here in China, and I just love them.
What kind of food dog?
The poo dogs?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the term is in Chinese, but they're the lions
Oh.
that sit out on the
Okay.
porch. There's just something about them I find incredibly appealing. So now I have two of my own.
And you know at that time that they are something from China.
I did. I did.
Okay.
It was inspired by my first trip here in October.
哦，他觉得他的确可能跟中国有一点缘分。他在那个他的家里面，就是他当时盖一个新的房子嘛，要搞装修啊什么，他想买一个我们放在门口的那个石狮子的那种东西，他觉得非常好看，他就买了。
In fact, I've been looking for the 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot tall poo dogs here in China. The only problem is I don't know how I'm going to get them back to the States. It's a problem.
Ship them back to the States.
Yes, by boat, I think. In
Yeah.
a long, slow trip.
You should go to 卖古董在哪儿？在北京潘家园儿。You should go to 潘家园。
Yeah?
They have all kinds of Chinese antiques,
Do they?
real and fake.